What's poppin', Conroe High? Today is November 6, 2018. I'm Juan.
And I'm David. On today's show, we'll be talking about the Splintora police officer that saved a baby.
So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for today's episode of Total Recap.
Conroe ISD's Board of Trustees took time to visit 5 campuses to recognize certain individuals for their certain positive contributions to their campus. Throughout the year, each campus is visited by a member of the board and they observe to see who is doing the right thing. Anyone on campus can be awarded the Ambassador Award. Educators that have been awarded this year are Crystal DeVille from Caney Creek High School, Jacob Lovelady from Cryan Elementary, Karen Bray from Moorhead Intermediate, and a few more. We encourage everyone to spread positivity around the campus so you may be able to receive the Ambassador Award.
In Smedora, local chief was in the presence of an infant that reportedly stopped breathing. Luckily, the cop had been on his way to the district campus when he was stopped at a traffic light by locals to aid the endangered child. He quickly reported into the ambulance, who showed up in almost no time. Great job by this officer to quickly ensure the child's safety, saving yet another life.
Turns out the Lion Air crash was already dealing with an airspeed problem on its last 4 flights. Just 2 days before the fatal crash coming from the Indonesian capital, the plane had underwent repairs. Admissions from the Lion Air suggested that the technical difficulties the plane encountered were not isolated to just that one issue. The plane plunged into the sea just 13 minutes after its launch on October 29th, killing all 189 passengers aboard, creating this disaster Indonesia has seen more than 2 decades.
We'll be right back after weather and commercial break.
Thanks, guys. I'm Josue, your weather anchor for today. Let's get straight into the facts, shall we? We'll be starting with the temperature as always, as today is going to be having a high of 84 and a low of 71, with a 0% chance of rain, which is good. As for the rest of the week, however, starting tomorrow till Friday, there is going to be a 50 to 60% chances of a storm brewing, so be prepared for that. And in the world of pollen, we'll be having a low amount of it, so there's no worries there. Now to finish off with our fact of the day. The real first Thanksgiving was held in Texas in 1541, when Francisco Vasquez de Coronado and his expedition held the Thanksgiving celebration in Palo Toro Canyon. I'm Josue. We'll be right back with a quick break.
What the?
Now we will take it to sports and today's episode of Cooking with Culinary.
Thanks, guys. I'm Adrian. We have some tea about some sports. In professional sports, the Titans beat the Cowboys 28-14, with the Titans improving to a record of 4-4, and the Cowboys making their record worse than it already is, dropping to a 3-5 record, putting their playoff hopes in serious jeopardy. Also, in NBA news, the Houston Rockets beat the Indiana Pacers after a clutch three-pointer by James Harden to seal the game. With the final score of 98-94, this is the Rockets' 3rd win in a row. Let's keep the streak going, guys. Girls varsity basketball has a game today versus Decaney, so come out and show your Tiger pride. Also, a huge shout out to my boy Phoenix for winning Player of the Week. Today's quote comes from Bo Jackson. Set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. All right, that's all from me. Back to you guys.
Hi, welcome to Cooking with Culinary. I'm Claire, and I have Abraham with me here, and he's going to be showing y'all how to make sauteed chicken breast with rice, asparagus, glazed honey, carrots.
Alright, so first step, we're going to be making the rice. So what I've got right here is I've separated my butter into tablespoons. I'm just gonna drop some butter right down in there, and with it, I'm gonna drop, I've minced half an onion, drop it into there, and about a clove of minced garlic. Right now, all what I'm gonna be doing is sweating these onions and garlic. Once I've got that nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and drop, I've got half a cup of rice. I'm gonna drop that in, and I'm gonna coat it in the fat, and just get that all incorporated. Now, usually with rice, it's about 1-to-2 ratio, so I've got half a cup of rice, so I'm gonna use 1 cup of water. This is chicken stock. Pretty much I use the beef bouillon cubes, or the chicken bouillon cubes. And this is a cup of water, and I'm gonna drop it in. What's gonna happen now is I'm gonna let this come up to a slow simmer. Now I've got my rice cooking at a slow simmer. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. I'm gonna place it on a separate burner where I'm gonna have it at 140, and that's gonna take about 20 minutes to cook. Alright, so what we're gonna get started on now is our glazed carrots. So first of all, I'm gonna start off with another tablespoon of butter. Now this one, don't cook it at a high heat. And I'm gonna drop my carrots into the butter. I'm not gonna let those cook in the butter. I'm just gonna coat them lightly in the fat, and then I'm gonna add more of my chicken stock, maybe an ounce or 2 ounces of chicken stock. And I'm gonna add my honey. This is what's gonna make it glazed. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of honey. And with that, you can season it with whatever you want. Right now, what I'm gonna put in is a little salt, pepper, and some chili flakes. Just because I like the way how the chili flakes look on it, with the red and then the orange, and because I like spicy food. I'm gonna let these carrots cook at a very slow simmer, and I'm gonna get started on my chicken breast. Now I've got my chicken breast, I just seasoned it with salt, pepper. I'm gonna cook it similarly, it's like I'd cook a steak. And I'm gonna drop another thing of butter. We're using a lot of butter in this episode. Now this one, you have to cook at a higher heat. An important thing when you're cooking meat, when you drop it in, it has to sizzle. If it's not sizzling, don't drop it in. Just like that. To go along with the chicken, I'm going to be cooking it with some crushed garlic, and I just picked this thyme from our garden. I'm going to drop 2 cloves of garlic and a couple stems of thyme. That's going to start popping. Now, what I'm going to be doing to this chicken breast is once it's about halfway cooked, I'm going to be dropping it in the oven to finish cooking it, and it's going to take about 5 more minutes. The tricky thing about cooking chicken is if you pan sear it, there's a good chance you're not going to get it fully cooked right in the middle, and it's just going to turn out dry and tough. This is why I'm finishing it in the oven. As you can see, our stock has started to reduce, and it's getting nice and glazed. We're just gonna let that reduce a little longer. Alright, so next thing is our asparagus. Now I've got my boiling water here. I'm gonna drop my asparagus in. It's not gonna take long to cook, maybe 90 seconds. I'm just gonna blanch these in hot water, and once these guys are cooked, I'm gonna drop them in the tub of ice water to shock them. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and shock these guys, and I'm just gonna drop them in our ice water. And from there, I'm gonna take it back to my hot pan, and yet another dollop of butter. And I'm going to add more of my garlic and add my asparagus. I'm just gonna saute them for another quick minute.
This is how you make the sauteed chicken with the rice, asparagus, and glazed carrots. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week for another episode.
Thanks, guys. We want to finish up our newscast today with a few announcements.
Texas A&M Engineering Department will be in the CCC at 11 a.m. Sign up through Naviance to speak to a representative. Physics Club will be meeting Wednesday, November 7th in room 218 right after school. Also come by the CCC this Friday at 6:45 a.m. for the senior coffee. Teachers, please decorate your doors to help support veterans. The doors will be judged Monday the 12th. The best fifth period will receive a pizza party. See Ms. Skelton for any questions. And on Saturday, TAFE competed at Region 6. The following students advanced to compete representing CHS at state level in February. Juniors Itzel Mariaka, Daisy Morales, and Laura Bass. Freshmen Lauren Lacken. Teachers at CHS Main and CHS 9 will be collecting canned goods today through November 15th. The items at Main should be delivered to room 160 starting at 1, and the items at CHS 9 will be picked up with further details to come. The winning teachers will be able to designate which of their class had the most participation to be rewarded with pizza from administration with drinks and desserts provided by Leo Club.
The CHS Talent Show is next week, Thursday, November 15 at 7 p.m. Get your tickets pre-sale now just for $5 or $10 at the door. The volleyball team had their end of the season celebration the past weekend. The following team awards were presented: Most Valuable Player, Leah Lawhorn; Most Improved Player, Kellyanna Bradford; Tiger Heart Award, Bailey Harvey; Varsity Most Valuable Player, Sophia Harrison; Most Improved Player, Amanda Rivera; Most Outstanding Blocker, Michaela Anderson; Setter of the Year, Sophia Anderson; Offensive Player of the Year, Talisha Kennedy; Defensive Player of the Year, Sage Anzueto; Tiger Heart Award, Nicole Bocanyi; Junior Varsity Most Valuable Player, Shelby Adams; Most Improved Player, Jamie De Guzman; Tiger Heart Award, Jocelyn Porter.
5 girls from Chinese Club performed dance for Itzel, Falcon, Selena Perez, Daisy Rubio, Kimberly Campa, Melissa Hinosa. When you see them, make sure to congratulate them.
Today we have a pit bull mix named Hershey. We don't know really much about Hershey, but that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve a good home. If you are wanting to adopt this dog, please contact Conroe Animal Shelter or visit the shelter itself.
Those are all the announcements that we have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to follow us at KTIG News and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
As always, CHS, start strong, finish strong. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for more KTIG news.